Yo, what up? This is your boy A.P.T, aka Mr. Obama. And I'm here today with another wonderful music review courtesy of APTsongs.com. Today, we're going to be reviewing Drake's upcoming album, Thank Me Later.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm doing me.
Yo, by the way, my new album, the Obama Millie Remix Guy Strikes Back, comes out on June 8th, so be sure to cop that. It's got the Betty White song in it, as well as my #1 hit song, No You Ain't. By the way, shout outs to the Boston Celtics. You think you're beating us in the finals this year? No you ain't! No you ain't! You can get the t-shirt at APTsongs.com. So check it. As y'all know, Drake is probably like the most anticipated rap album coming out this year. Last year he dropped a mixtape, So Far Gone, which was a classic all across the board. It produced some hit songs like Best I Ever Had and Successful, and it got him doing collaboration with Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, and a plethora of others. Now, all the songs he's been releasing up to this point in terms of like guest appearances and stuff have been very up-tempo, upbeat, party-type songs. You know, get you rocking in the club, get your butts and stuff shaking. So, the anticipation for this one was pretty high, and people thinking, you know, oh my God, it's going to be like the next classic. It's going to come out, it's going to rock the summer, it's going to be just off the top hot. So, you're probably wondering what the outcome is, right? Is it going to be a classic like, you know, Kanye's first album or like Dre's first album, or is it going to be a flip-flop that doesn't meet expectations? And the answer is both. Yes, it's a classic in some respects in that it's a consistent album that has a definite feel to it and has a similar vibe throughout each song, but it falls below the expectations that were set high for Drake, which was of course bound to happen. In terms of the consistency of the album, I gotta give him props. He's very good at sticking to a theme. Most of the songs are talking about him dealing with success in terms of, you know, getting famous, the highs, the lows, friends and family turning against you, girls acting a certain way towards you. So in that respect, I gotta give him credit. Not a lot of artists are very good at keeping a consistent theme throughout an album. I also gotta give credit to the beats. They do provide a landscape to the album that is also consistent. Each of the beats go well with each other, which is oftentimes hard when you have a bunch of different producers putting together an album. But in terms of the types of samples that he uses and the types of tempos and the flows and drum patterns and stuff like that, each song, while different, matches each other to where you feel as though these beats do in fact belong together. Unfortunately, the problem that I have with the album is that it's a very slow-paced album. If anything, this is almost like listening to a part 2 version of Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreaks. There's a lot of times on the album where he's singing and using auto-tune, and even on the songs where he's rapping, you'll usually find him either singing in the chorus or doing in the background. And to me it was kind of disappointing because I personally think that Drake is a better rapper, and I think if he had focused more on rapping on this album than on singing on this album, it'd be more of a classic. Instead, it comes like a cross between Kanye's last album and a Sade album. You know, the first 3 songs alone, they're very slow tempo beats, and he's doing a lot of singing. You don't get to the upper tempo pieces on the album until the 4th song, which is Over. Now, he's got some guest appearances on the album. They don't necessarily take away from the album. They don't do necessarily a lot to enhance it either. Some of the highlights for me, Nicki Minaj is actually a highlight on the album because she always brings something different to a song, and she's got a really hot line where she says, I've been on a diet, but I'm doing donuts in 6 speed. I thought that was kind of clever. Another song on the album that I like is called Lights Up. It's got Jay-Z on it. And, you know, Drake's bringing his part to it in terms of talking about, you know, what the fame and fortune brings. But Jay kills it because he kind of mentions, you know, very subtly, you know, people trying to change on you or saying that you didn't really help them out as much as you could have, which you obviously know is a diss towards Beanie Siegel, who said that a couple months ago. Like I said, the beats on the album are also very good, but he's got some particular beats that I like. He has a song with Young Jeezy called Unforgettable, where he samples an Aaliyah song, but actually uses Aaliyah's voice on some parts of the song, which is actually cool because I haven't really heard Aaliyah sampled a lot since she died in 2001. So it's good to hear her voice being used in that capacity. I also like the song that he did with T.I. called Fancy, because the beat on that is like a very classic type beat. It's a Swiss beat, but it's different from what I'm used to hearing from him. It's very like, it sounds like a high class beat, like something you hear like a high class function or something, and it's got violins and strings and stuff in it. It's very catchy. Overall though, the album did not meet my expectations. Like I said, I think Drake is an excellent rapper. I hate when he gets into sing-song mode because it's always singing about girls, and oftentimes when he's singing, like, you know, R. Kelly can do a song where he's singing but still be, you know, up-tempo, up-paced song, where whenever Drake's singing, the beat's usually slow, and it just kind of drolls on. I would say my advice would be not to listen to those songs in your car if you're driving somewhere, because you will fall asleep and cause a wreck. It's terrible. So if I had to give the album a rating, I can't really hate too much, because it's one of those albums that, even though it's not one of my favorites right now, it'll probably grow on me. The songs that I do like are very, very strong songs. So overall, I would give it a 6.5. It's definitely not a classic album that I was expecting, but it's not the worst album that I've heard. It's just one of those albums where, I mean, if you got $9 set aside and nothing else is out that week, go and get it. But you can really get the download and be perfectly fine. So that's all for me, y'all. By the way, be sure to get my album, The Obama Millie Remix Guy Strikes Back, available at aptsongs.com on June 8th. Got classic songs such as the Betty White song.
I'm making moves like Betty White. I hustle all day, I party all night. I'm making moves like Betty White.
F the DJ, and of course the #1 street anthem, No You Ain't, No You Ain't.
No you ain't, no you ain't, and you claim you getting honey. No you ain't, no you ain't, you's a fraud. You frontin' like you make
The Requested in Radio is out right now. By the way, you can get the shirt like this in gold and purple, or purple and gold, as well as red and black and white and blue. And you can, for more information about that, you can check at aptsongs.com. That's all for me, man. It's A.P.T. I'm out. Peace!
No you ain't, no you ain't, you ain't never sold no rocks. No you ain't, no you ain't, got a girl with tickle bitty. No you ain't, no you ain't, and they be looking itty bitty. No you ain't, no you ain't, you'll be on the track with Diddy. No you